Lego store exclusives can be incredible investments, and here is why. The reason Lego sets go up in value in general is because when a Lego set stops getting manufactured, then the supply in the aftermarket is pretty low, and then it starts to go lower and lower as the units sell out. The thing about store exclusive Lego sets is that the supply is even lower than everything else. And the reason for that is because during the life of that set, there are fewer of them sold. There are fewer of them available because they are exclusive to certain retailers. So what do we mean by store exclusive? These are Lego sets that are only for sale in specific retailers and from Lego directly. Now, it doesn't mean that their sets only available in the Lego store, because a lot of the times Lego Group will actually build a relationship with other retailers and they'll allow them to have an exclusivity over a certain Lego set. So that set may be available for sale in one or two different retailers, but you can't get it everywhere else. So for example, maybe Lego Group have a partnership with Target in the US and they're going to have a store exclusive Lego set available only in Target, and then you can also get it in the Lego stores and directly from lego.com. But you won't be able to find it on amazon.com, on Walmart, on Kohl's. You'll have to get it from Target or from Lego Group. Now, of course, that means you can get it from two different retailers, Target and Lego Group, but we still call that store exclusive because they have built this partnership with Target and then they don't give it to Walmart. And the thing about that is that Lego Group are only going to manufacture the number of units that they need to satisfy the demand at Target. They don't need to satisfy the demand from Walmart or from Kohl's or from Best Buy. They only need to do it for Target. That means that there's going to be fewer of that Lego set that ever get manufactured. Now, if there's fewer of the set that get manufactured, that means there are fewer that can ever make it to the aftermarket and be sold at higher prices after the set is retired. And that less supply in the aftermarket, of course, means the knock-on effect is that the price can rise faster, because if the demand is still really strong on that set, but the supply is lower because there are fewer of them manufactured, then that's going to mean the price is going to go up quicker. Now, we've seen a lot of examples of this happening over the last couple of years with sets like Carnage or TIE Fighter Pilot Helmet or the Quidditch Match Harry Potter set or the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. These are all sets that were exclusive to different retailers. Mostly, actually, these are Target exclusives, but there are also exclusives for other retailers. Walmart typically have some exclusives. Kohl's gets some exclusives. Amazon also gets some exclusives. And that lower supply in the aftermarket can lead to some of these prices going up quicker. Now, the downside of this, of course, is that it's harder to get a lot of units of the set in terms of inventory. If you are a Lego investor and you can only source your inventory from Target, then it's probably going to be pretty time consuming for you to get the inventory that you need if you want to go deep on a Lego set. Now, another example of store exclusives are Lego sets that are only available in Lego Store, and typically Brickhead sets are a pretty big example of this, because Brickhead sets are sets that a lot of the time you can only really get from Lego directly. Target, Walmart, Kohl's, Best Buy, these stores are not really stocking Brickhead sets, and this means that the effect is actually amplified even more. So if Lego Group know that they're only going to sell certain Brickhead sets in their own stores, they will manufacture even fewer of those sets because they don't need to meet the demand on Amazon and Walmart and all of these big retailers. And then in turn, you're going to see some of these Brickhead sets become even more scarce and even more sought after in retirement, because the supply in the aftermarket is so low and the demand is still really strong because collectors are still trying to add that set to their shelf, and therefore you'll see prices multiplying. Brickheads can be an incredible investment for that reason. Now, really what this all boils down to is understanding that supply and demand is what drives up the price of Lego sets, just like it's what drives up the price of real estate or of anything else out there. And if you know there are ways to make sure the supply is going to be even lower on a Lego set, such as buying exclusive sets, then that can be a massive advantage over everybody else. Now, it's not completely foolproof because there are downsides, of course, to investing in exclusive sets. One of the big ones is it is harder to get larger quantities of them. And if you want to go deep on your Lego investments, you want to get 100 units, for example, then depending on the retailer that it is exclusive to, that may be pretty difficult. So for example, with Brickhead sets at the Lego store, it is hard to get 100 units because they're pretty strict on their quantity limits. And likewise, all the different retailers have their own different approach to quantity limits and limiting how many you can get of a set. So depending on which retailer you are trying to buy units from, you may have a different approach to that. Now, to give you some examples of actual prices here on some of these exclusive sets, let's just jump in real quick and have a look at current selling prices on some of the last couple of years exclusive sets. Just pulling some examples up, of course, we have Carnage, which is the helmet set for Carnage, 76199, currently selling on Amazon in the US for $130, as you can see right here on the buy box. $130. Now, this was a $60 set, I believe, and so in 1 year you're seeing massive price growth on Carnage. Now, that is, of course, because of that really high demand, the collectability, the relevance of this set and what it is based on, and obviously it is an incredible set as well. It looks so beautiful on a shelf, but then combined with the fact fact that the supply on this set was even lower than some other sets because this was exclusive to Target in the US. And the thing about Target in the US is that they're pretty unforgiving for resale, and they don't really work well with resellers, so they don't give you tax exemptions and different things like that like Walmart and Amazon do. As a result, fewer Lego investors are going to want to even source their inventory from Target because they have to pay taxes. And then also you have quantity limits they're a little bit strict on, and people can get banned and different things. But of course, if you learn how to work around some of these restrictions, you can still get inventory of these sets at good prices. But again, depending on the retailer in question, you may have some Lego investors who don't buy from them at all. So Carnage, 130 right now on Amazon. We have the Armorer's Forge. It does not have a buy box right here, but if we look at all buying options here, we can see the Armorer's Forge is currently selling. The lowest price is around 65, but if we actually filter for FBA, because I would be probably selling FBA, we can see, yeah, somewhere around the region of $65 here for Armorer's Forge. Now, you could have got this for $20 last Q4 because Target were actually selling this at a discount. It was a $30 retail price. They had it on sale for around 20, maybe 22, and this was readily available in Target stores. Again, a Target exclusive set currently selling for triple what you could have paid for a year ago. Next up, we have TIE Fighter Pilot. Of course, we don't need to go deep on this one because this is the meme of the Lego investing world right now. It is just such a strong performer. Incredible performance from this set. $352.95 right now on Amazon. This was a $60 set in Target 2 years ago when it retired. They even had it on sale for $48 a couple times. So you could have bought this for $50 and now it's $350 2 years later, right? So another example of a Target exclusive that really took off like a rocket. And then we have Quidditch Match from Harry Potter, 75956. This would have retired the year before TIE Fighter, so around 2020, the end of 2020. And this was a $40 set, but they had it on sale for $22, I believe, during that Black Friday. $22. Now it's $112. Actually, this has come down recently. This was selling for $120. So we see tons of these examples of these exclusive sets. The one next to me, First Flying Lesson, was a Kohl's exclusive in the US. This one is selling for somewhere around 45 or 50 right now, and I bought it for something like $20. Now, this may look foolproof, right? But it's actually really not, because you still need to pick the right sets, because not all exclusive sets are going to go up in value like this. Some of these sets that I'm showing you here had really good collectability, really strong demand because they are from themes like Marvel, Star Wars, or Harry Potter. They also had other similar sets that helped to drive that demand. So for example, Carnage, after Carnage retired, Venom was still available, and so people who were buying Venom wanted to go back and get Carnage, and so you had this collectability factor really helping to pull up the price of Carnage. Those are the kind of things that we should be looking out for. So just buying Lego sets because they're exclusive is really not enough, but it can of course be helpful to find those sets that have even lower supply than others. So I just wanted to stop by and give you this quick reminder to make sure that you're paying attention to the expected supply in the aftermarket when you are picking Lego investments. I hope you found this useful, and if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And when you're down there, make sure to grab that link to our free Facebook group. We have a free group where we talk about Lego investing. Link in the description down below. So once again, thank you so much for being here. I'm Shane from brickbox.net, and I will see you in the next one.